Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome back to Chatting Category Romance. So I'm filming another video. You can tell I'm kind of filming some of these back to back if you watched my last one, but I want to talk about some of these books and I want to get these videos filmed so you guys can hear me talk about them. And this video, I am going to be talking about a inspirational romance, an Amish romance actually. And that book is called Pinecraft Refuge, and it is by Lenora. This is the first book in the, I believe it's called the Pinecraft Seasons series. So I read this, one, because it really, the topic itself really interested me. The location, very much interested me. And the other fact of the matter, the other reason I read it is because I co-host an event, a reading event every April with Elizabeth over at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. And I host that from my main channel, which is The Bookish Knitter. And it's called Amish in April. So we encourage people to read Amish books. So of course I had to read a love-inspired Amish romance for Amish in April. And this one jumped out at me. It's a new release, came out in April of 2023. And this is not your typical Amish. Like if you look at the cover, you're like, clearly she looks like she's on a beach. Yes, she is. This book takes place in Florida. So there is a real place called Pinecraft, Florida, and it is the Amish vacation destination. It's just outside Sarasota, I believe. And there's a whole community there of Amish people who live there year round. But also they come from like Pennsylvania or Ohio, and they come and spend time in Florida. And I mean, the Amish in Florida just... I can't. I don't know why this tickles me, but it does. So I had to read this one. And guys, I adored this book. So this is the story of Eva and Tanner. And Eva has just arrived in Pinecraft because she, on her doctor's orders essentially. So she deals with a lot of, it sounds like allergies, perhaps bronchitis, things like that. And she doesn't do really well in the winters back home. I can't remember if she's from Ohio or Pennsylvania, but, up north where we get very cold winters. And she isn't doing that great, her health-wise. So her doctor suggests that she goes down to Pinecraft to stay with her aunt for a few months. And, in February to kind of help her, deal with this sickness and things like that. So her mother begrudgingly lets her go. So her father passed away years ago. Now, she's not a young girl. I mean, she's 22-ish. But in terms of the Amish culture, she would probably already be married with a child at this point. So she's not young by Amish standards, if that makes sense. So she travels down by bus to Pinecraft, and Tanner is actually sent by her aunt to go pick her up. Now, he runs a local, what do they call it? Like a general store kind of an idea where they sell all kinds of things. He does woodworking, a lot of wood carvings and makes tables and things like that. But they also sell stuff for tourists coming through, like, bathing suits and beach balls and towels and, candy and kind of like a big mix, like an Amish Walmart in a way. So anyway, him and Eva don't get along well at the beginning at all. He's got a bit of an attitude. He is a widower. I mean, he keeps his shields up. He doesn't, there's something going on with his daughter. So he's a single dad. And, that gets revealed later on in the book. I'm not going to give that away. But essentially, Eva's aunt was kind of put them together thinking that they would be a good match. So as the story progresses, they fall for each other, and it's absolutely delightful. And again, the Amish in Florida part of it was just delightful. I mean, it really sold this book for me. I know there's probably a lot of you out there who are like, oh, Amish romance, blah, blah, blah. But guys, seriously, this was cute. And what I really liked about it, this is going to sound very, very weird, is that I find with a lot of these Amish books, they're not heavily religious. They talk, of course, about them going to church, which is what they do. They talk, praying quite often because that's the culture, that's their religion. But I have read other inspirational romances that seem to be a lot more heavy-handed when it comes to in terms of the religious content. This one, they were Amish. So, I mean, yes, of course, you're going to be reading about, Amish culture and Amish beliefs and religion, but it's not the bulk of the story, if that makes sense. I mean, of course they have their beliefs and what they need and the proprieties and things like that. You know, if she's going to go out with Tanner and his daughter, there's going to be a chaperone. But that's no different than a Regency romance that you'd read. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I recommend that you get, I know they're not for everybody, and I know even Steve is kind of, he doesn't get the whole thing with Amish romances, but I think in my personal opinion, it's because it's simpler. They don't have cell phones. They don't have the internet. They don't have television. And, you know, for our world, that's go, 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 go. You know, like TikTok, you're just spending hours a day scrolling through TikTok or you're doing whatever. Whereas the Amish people, they're so much more relaxed. I just feel like that's what it's simpler. It's just simpler. And, you know, as great as technology is, and don't get me wrong, especially medical technology, I am forever grateful for. But there's something to be said about just stepping back and taking a breath and just really enjoying life instead of just staring at a screen or what have you all day long as I film a YouTube video for you guys. Believe me, I get the irony. Let's not go there, okay? But yeah, I absolutely adored this one. Please, please give it a read. So yeah, so let me know. Do you read Amish romances? What do you guys think about them? Have you read this one? And I'd love to know. So please post in the comments below. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.